Alrighty, hey there guys, Adrian Casa here, aka JetEbro95, coming at you guys with another video. Now, I know I'm a few days late on this, but I've had a very busy holiday season and wasn't able to get around to doing this. But today, guys, we got some Bobby Wagner gameplay for the Seahawks team, guys. Now, this Bobby Wagner, I know he's been out for about almost a week now, and I like this Bobby Wagner card very much. 95 speed, 97 acceleration, 95 tackle, 89 play rec, which is pretty not so great. You know, I do like this Bobby Wagner for the most part. I think he does play very, very good for me. And then again, I love using Wagner cards in general. I think they just play good. But Wagner does, he does have a little bit of drawbacks to him. First off, he does not have very high zone coverage on an 85, which can be circumvented if you do actually just user him. Secondly, he doesn't get Lurker for free. His free ability he gets is 0 AP Enforcer, which sucks because I would rather have the free Lurker than the free Enforcer. That's just me. I would much rather prefer that. Lastly, guys, when it comes to him overall, he only has 83 change of direction, but he does have 90 agility, which I think that's probably why he plays a little bit better. I'm not sure, but the 98 jumping is incredibly good. I love that 98 jump from Wagner. So overall, I think he's a fine card. Obviously, I wouldn't pick him up now since he is no longer in packs, but when Reduxes do come out, probably like next week, I think personally that's when the best time is to pick up your Wagner if you're going to look to pick him up. But with that being said, guys, let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty, as you can see, my opponent's top three are Scrambler Brady, CD Lamb, and Herman Moore. And then for myself, you've got Richard Sherman, Wagner, and DK Metcalf. So starting off on the defensive side of the ball first, which is kind of good because obviously, having a Wagner gameplay that is kind of overdue would be nice to get on the defensive side of the ball to start. But first and 10 here, he did run a lot. This guy was in tight offset, tight end. So, it's a good formation this year, obviously, with press man being such a big deal. This year, having a tight set that you can turn to in your playbook, like tight offset, or even tight doubles, I think is also a really good one to turn to for those compression sets to allow yourself to get free releases off the line of scrimmage. Are definitely really, really good, as you see, 2nd and 9 here after that 1-yard scramble. 2nd and 9, so we're looking to, obviously, get a stop here. He does fire this streak route over to Moore, but Woolen breaks it up. So 3rd and 9 here. I'm trying to set my adjustments. I did not realize at this point that I actually had my cornerback matchups matched up by overall by accident. Like, I honestly had no idea until after this after this series or whatever. Like, I did not know that I had it set up that way. I was still wondering, like, on stream while it was going on, like, why is Sherman in the slot? Oh, yeah, it was about now when I realized it, that I realized it now that Sherman was playing slot corner because I accidentally put him in the slot because I matched him up by overall. So, but this was this tight offset, again, a very good offense. Definitely would recommend picking it up if you guys are somebody that wants to, try, if you are new in the game and you want to figure out what some of the best meta stuff are. I actually do have a video recorded for best offenses in the game. Now that video was not sponsored, but like inspired by Civil is the word I'm looking for. Like, it was inspired by Civil. Don't necessarily know if I'm going to do it right away. I'll probably wait a little bit, but 2nd and 10 here. He goes to empty Y Saint now, and we are right there with our user cam and pick it off at the 6-yard line. So had a little bit of a lag spike there, but it is what it is. So we come away with the turnover right off the bat. So 1st and 10 as of now. I don't know why that's in the video, but I'm not going to change it because I'm already recording the commentary. Jason Kelce somehow gets in the backfield and picks up that defensive back on the blitz, so we actually do get 8 yards. So we get a 2nd and 2 here. We get a quick snap here. I know he's in man coverage because again, a lot of people like calling cover 0. I know how to beat cover 0. It's just a matter of, it's just Dollar that pisses me off more because I have some issues with Dollar a little bit, but I'm going to try and work out those kinks and get rid of my Dollar issues. As you see right here, 1st and 10, that blitz got home, so we did take a bit of a hit. So 2nd and 10 here, obviously I know for a fact he's going to just stick it in man, so I'm just calling a bunch of mesh spots. I'm just calling a bunch of drag routes, having a bunch of man-beating routes on the field, just doing what I can to make sure that he gets out of this man coverage because, a lot of people just won't adjust out of it normally. They'll sit there and call man all game, get dotted for like fucking 300 yards on 3 touchdowns or whatever, and they won't even bother to change. Right there, we kind of got a little lucky, though, because the cornerback didn't animate, but you know what? I don't give a crap. You're a man. You deserve to get dotted like that, you know. So 2nd and 3, we actually turned it to Marshawn Lynch to hand off on that time. He does get about 6 yards, so new set of downs for myself, obviously. You know, looking to try and get a score here. We do see that it is shaded down man. We put DK on a streak, realize it's shaded down man, and then throw it up to Metcalf in the end zone, and we take a 7-0 lead. So I had a hard time stopping this guy on the offense. I'm not gonna lie. He had a very, very efficient offense, you know, out of this formation, which, I mean, is kind of expected because tight offset is very, very good this year. I want to say it's not, I don't think it's the best formation in the game. I think gun tight in and of itself, like gun tight, is still probably better overall, but you see right there, I tried to get there with my user. I could not get there in time, nor in the correct position to make a play there. So he does pick up the new set of downs after he playmakers his receiver upfield a little bit. So, yeah, this was a frustrating game on defense. I had some difficulties on the defensive side throughout the entire game. As you see right there, he tries the seam shot, but Ryan Neal breaks it up. You know, I had some difficulties the entire game on defense. Like, I could not figure out exactly what it is I wanted to do, like what I was going to be able to do to stop this guy. It was just so frustrating. So ultimately, I think halfway through, like mentally, I was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to try and make sure that I just outscore him because it's clear I can't stop this dude. So, but 2nd and 1, just after the 2-minute warning, he does get the nice handoff to Shady. Some reason we don't get in the backfield with Sam Adams. So 1st and goal here, he tries a little bit of an inside fullback dive. We actually all over that. So 2nd and goal here. This time he goes into a no huddle. This time though, he does call outside zone, and we actually are in the gap, but we overrun it with our user, and he does score. So that is my own fault on that drive. So minute and 3 left. I got to get some points, hopefully before the end of the half. Yeah, I handed off to Marshawn Lynch. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I had no idea the time on the clock until about, like, I want to say 27 some odd seconds left in the quarter. I think it was like about now when I realized, oh shit, I've actually got like less than a minute to get downfield. It was after this play because I'm running the ball again with Lynch, and then it's like now it clicks in. Oh shit, I actually have to get down the field. I didn't even realize the time on the clock, so that is unfortunate with that. But we do actually manage to hit Olsen again on the drags. You're gonna be seeing a lot of that this game, guys, because again, this guy was just in man coverage. He did not. He did call a couple of different plays here and there, but 90% of the plays he was calling was man. So I'm just gonna call my man beaters and just, you know, make him get out of man coverage and make me actually have to think about where to go with the. Well, I shouldn't say think about where to go with the ball, but know where I want to go. Like, not know for certain what I want to call, but right there we actually do take a sack, so that is a bit of unfortunate. We do have to burn a timeout, but 2nd and 22, we find Metcalf on the deep corner route, and we actually get out of bounds, and we're able to get the 3. So we actually take a 10-7 lead into half, and obviously we're going to look to try and bleed the clock a little bit. You know, not take it all the way into the 4th quarter. Obviously, if we could take it to a 4th quarter with a 2-score lead, that would be ideal. But obviously don't want to necessarily, you know, focus on that. But we had Baldwin on the drag route again. We had a lot of time in that one. We were able to get some good protection from the offensive line, and we ultimately find Baldwin. This time we not only find Greg Olsen for another big gain. As you see, 11 of 12 for 162 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, that was basically how this game went. This time he calls a cover 2. I tried the shot down the middle, down the sideline. Metcalf unfortunately cannot get to the ball. So that is a bit of a bummer. So 2nd and 10 here. I'm in gun doubles now. I see Baldwin burns the off coverage safety Julius Peppers. So I do get the completion over the middle with Baldwin. So overall, like, I will say, like, I don't know why this aspect, like me, the play calling and whatnot, is in the game. But whatever, in the video, but whatever, it is what it is. Oh yeah, no, now I remember. So I know on this play, I want to take another shot to Metcalf because I am suspecting he is going to be in man coverage. And as you see, when I motion over Metcalf, Cromartie does follow him, so I am immediately thinking he is man coverage. But I can't get the snap off in time, unfortunately. So we take a delay game, but we're still we're inside the red zone. So 1st and 15, We bring Metcalf to the outside. He actually calls a cover 3, but that still works out for us because we ultimately do get the score with DK on the red zone threat ag over the top. Like, honestly, like, for me, like, red zone threat, it is just one of those, like, huck it, chuck it, you know, type of abilities. Like, if I see any, like, I've said this before, if I see one-on-one coverage in any way, shape, or form, be it man coverage or cover 3 or even quarters, depending on, like, the adjustments for the quarters, if it is cover 4 quarters, I'm going to take that shot to Metcalf every single fucking time and see if you can make a play. And if you can make a play, great. But if you can't, well, that's 7 points for me. So, anyways, 1st and 10 after a nice gain there on... now we're up 10, so this isn't really that big of a deal. Obviously, I want to make him give up a little bit of time. Like, I want him to go into, like, the 4th quarter still down 10. Like, I don't want him to score right away. Now, I'm trying to cross-man here. I'm trying to, you know, put a cross-man onto the receiver on the other side and then use the other drag with my user. But for some reason, it didn't hit me until like a little bit later. Actually, I don't even think it hit me at all that I actually cannot cross-man like that. I can't cross-man in this formation. I actually had to take off auto flip and, you know, put my nickel corner on the side of the 2 receivers or whatever. But 1st and goal, he tries a quarterback sneak with Brady. We're actually there to stuff that. So we obviously, again, no huddle. I don't like no huddle, guys. I really just do not like them. They are annoying to play against. Not as annoying as dollar players and cover 0 guys, but I say they're definitely a top 5 most annoying player for me. But after that miss on the 2nd and goal, he goes to a 3rd and goal. I have a feeling it's quarterback draw, but for some reason, I can't get the shed with Sam Adams. He just does not try to disengage, and ultimately, he does score the rushing touchdown. So, right now, I'm thinking, obviously, got to get at least 3 points here. Cannot take a sack. Cannot be forcing myself to punt. We put Lynch on a swing route, and we actually get the ball out to him real quick. So, a new set of downs on my 45-yard line. And I do have 2 clock on. Like, I am trying to take off as much clock as possible. Here, he goes to 2-man under. Baldwin actually does avoid the route KO. We actually do avoid the short route or mid-route KO there. So, thank God for that, because that could have been really, really bad. But 1st down, we do call a little bit of a halfback base. We go, quick base with Lynch. Get about 8 yards. And, again, trying to just milk the clock here. Trying to make sure that we come away with the victory. We go to a 3rd and inches here after the 2-minute warning. So, again, he actually thinks we're going to run the ball. But this time, we actually call mesh spot again. And we hit Jerry Rice over the middle. And we take off for a crucial touchdown. Like, this was a huge touchdown. We absolutely needed to score there because we were having difficulties stopping. I was having a tough time stopping him in general. And so, obviously, getting that touchdown was a huge boost for this team because now I cannot lose the game on this drive because even if he scores 7, he's got an onside, which I know, and I know that for a fact, so I'm going to be coming out an onside kick immediately. But at the same time, though, he could also kick the ball deep and then play for, you know, a stop. But my thought process, but I would have probably been like, nah, because, you know, he knew he was having trouble stopping me all game, so I don't know. But 1st and 10 from the 12 with 1 minute left. He tries the seam shot. We're there with Wagner. We pick that off, and we do get a little bit of a return. I was hoping to get that back for 6. But ultimately, guys, that was good. That is the end of the game. Ultimately, he did quit, as you see, 267 yards, 3 touchdowns, 89% completion percentage, absolutely dissecting his man coverage. I love doing that to dissecting man. It's so satisfying to do that to people. Seriously, like it's so satisfying to do that. But anyways, guys, I do appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys did enjoy it, hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. The Twitch stream link is in the description, guys. I'll have to update the link because I've been realizing that the link may not be the best. So I'm gonna update that for you guys as soon as possible. Probably in this video, it'll probably be updated. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.